Let me ask you something. Without using a calculator, but maybe a piece of scrap paper and a pencil, could you figure out this problem right here? So we have 10 squared divided by 5 times 2. Now, this is a pretty basic math problem. I mean, nothing crazy here. No algebra, no fractions, no square roots, no decimals. Yet a lot of people, surprisingly, are going to get this wrong. And they're going to get this wrong because they're going to move too fast. They're going to see 10 squared, they're going to see division, they're going to see multiplication, and they're going to do this problem quickly. And kind of the dangerous part of this problem, at least from a mathematical standpoint, is that their brain is going to jump to a conclusion. In other words, their answer is wrong, but it feels completely correct. So before I solve this, I want you to take a look at this. Again, get a piece of paper and work this out. Don't use a calculator, but commit to an answer and don't change it. All right, so if you have your answer locked in, go ahead and put that into the comment section, because in a moment, I'm going to go ahead and walk through step by step, and I'm going to show you exactly where most people go wrong. So why would someone get this simple math problem wrong? Now, again, we are not using our calculators here, and I would probably say that most of the reasons why people got this wrong fall under two groups. So if you don't know how to divide, multiply, add, and subtract, and take powers of numbers, of course, you're not going to be able to do this problem, right? So I'm assuming most of you out there understand these basic arithmetic operations. So what is the other reason? Well, the other reason is the order in which you do this problem. And this is where probably 99% of the people that got this wrong confused a step. All right, so this is really, or this video is really about taking the correct order. Again, I'm going to assume you understand basic arithmetic and you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide basic numbers. So let's take a look at an example of how to do this problem wrong. So maybe we're looking at the problem or saying, you know what, I feel like doing this multiplication first. So 5 times 2 is 10. So that would give me 10 squared divided by 10. So maybe we want to do division next. So we're like, I don't know, I'll do 10 divided by 10. That is 1. So maybe this is now 1 squared, which is 1 times 1, or 1. Now, 1 is the wrong answer, but it is a value that we can generate if we take the wrong steps. So the real secret or key to solving this problem is knowing the specific correct steps to do this problem, and that is called the order of operations. So in mathematics, things like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and powers, these things are called mathematical operations, and we need to know the specific order to do these operations. All right, so that brings us to this lovely acronym right here called PEMDAS. So this is basically the secret to remembering the order of operations. Matter of fact, this is a checklist that goes from left to right. I'm going to explain this in just 1 second, but first I'm going to give you a lovely memory device here, a little saying that goes along with this PEMDAS, and that is, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. One more time, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, I don't know what Aunt Sally did, but we thank her for her contributions to mathematics. All right, so PEMDAS, right? So obviously, this is an acronym, and these letters stand for something. But really, this is a checklist, and it's going to go from left to right. All right, so let me go ahead and explain this right now. So P is the first thing that we're going to do, and P stands for parentheses. But really, we're talking about grouping symbols. So anytime in math, if I have 1 times 3 divided by 7, let me write that a little bit better here, I can group numbers in different ways, right? And the way to do that is to use a grouping symbol or grouping symbols like parentheses. So I can put parentheses around these numbers, or maybe I could put parentheses around these numbers here. But a grouping symbol in math are parentheses, brackets like this, or squiggly brackets. So anytime you see parentheses or grouping symbols in a math problem, this is where you're going to start. And if there are more than one set of parentheses, let's say you have parentheses inside of something with brackets, right? So you're always going to start from the innermost grouping symbols and work your way out. All right, so I'm going kind of quick here because order of operations is a big topic, but hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. All right, so if your math problem has any grouping symbols, this is where you're going to start. Now, if it doesn't, you're just going to move on to the next thing, which is E. All right, now E stands for exponents, but really you can think of this as powers. So something like 2 to the third power. So if I have 2 to the third power, this 3 up here is called the exponent, right? So that's what that E stands for. This 2 is called the base, and 2 to the third power means take 2 and multiply it by itself 3 times. All right, so again, not every math problem is going to have parentheses, grouping symbols, or powers, but if it does, you're going to have to do it in this order. All right, so the next thing is M, D, A, and S. So let me tell you what these letters stand for. So M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. Now, a lot of people are going to be all right, Mr. YouTube Math Man, I know what comes next. We're going to do multiplication, and then after all multiplication's done, we're going to move on to division, and then addition and subtraction. And that's pretty logical. Matter of fact, that's how most people would interpret this PEMDAS little acronym. But actually, that is wrong. All right, so that is wrong. And this is where a lot of people get in trouble in the order of operations. So the way this works is the following. Right? The next thing you're going to do is not necessarily multiplication. It's multiplication or division. All right, so the next thing after powers is multiplication or division, whatever you see first from left to right. Okay, so this, again, is an area of the order of operations that a lot of people confuse. So in your problem, if you have division, then multiplication, you're going to do division first because this is what you see first from left to right. If you have multiplication, then division, you're going to do the multiplication first because that's what you see first from left to right. All right, so once all multiplication and division is done, you'll move on to any addition and subtraction, and you'll do this the same way, whatever you see first from left to right. Now that we're certified professional experts in the area of the order of operations, i.e. PEMDAS, we can easily solve this problem. All right, so here is our checklist. We're going to go from left to right. So we have 10 squared divided by 5 times 2. So let's take a look at our PEMDAS checklist. And do we have any parentheses? No, we do not. So we can cross that out. And let's move on to the next thing. Do we have any powers? Yes, we do, right? So E stands for exponents. And this 2 right here is an exponent. So this is the first thing that we need to do. So 10 squared is our step number 1. So 10 squared means take 10 and multiply it by itself. So 10 times 10, of course, is 100. Now, when you're doing a math problem, you just want to take things one step at a time. So let's just write the result of 10 squared. So this is going to be 100 divided by 5 times 2. All right, so here is our problem. And now we're going to go back to our PEMDAS checklist. All right, so were there any parentheses? No. Did we take care of all the powers? Yes, we did. So do we have any multiplication and division? Yes, we do. So we have division and multiplication. So the question is, what do we see first from left to right? So here is the left side, here is the right side. So we're scanning from left to right. So we see division first. All right, so now we have to take 100 and divide it by 5. This is the correct order. And a lot of people, if they weren't familiar with this PEMDAS or how to interpret the M and D, would say, you know what, I'm going to do multiplication next because that's what comes first in PEMDAS, right? So this is very easy to confuse. So someone could go, well, I'll do 5 times 2, which of course is 10, and then you'll have 100 divided by 10, and that'll give us the wrong answer, i.e. 10. So we have to do the division first. All right, so 100 divided by 5 is what? Well, that's simple arithmetic. That's 20. And then, of course, the last thing to do is this remaining multiplication. So 20 times 2 is 40. All right, so that is the correct answer. So, how did you do? Well, hopefully you got this right, but definitely don't feel bad about getting this wrong. Matter of fact, I would feel pretty good about getting this wrong because this is a very common error. And now that you understand the order of operations, you'll never make this mistake again.